Hello everybody, here's a more recent story that I found interesting. As you probably noticed, there's a few disclaimers at the beginning of the video. One's for copyright and one states pretty much that I just don't wish for anyone to take this video as a call to harass the people mentioned within it, because it's only for education purposes. Though it was a tragic thing that could have been most likely avoided, we shouldn't try and take it into our own hands. Without further note on that, let's get started. On Thursday night, a fire broke out on the ground floor of a 6-story factory in Bangladesh, leading to the arrest of 8 people. Included in the arrest were the owner, Abul Hashem, and 4 of his sons. They were detained and are supposedly facing murder charges due to the fire, according to the police. As well as other people detained, they were all involved in the multinational Sajeeb Group, of which Mr Hashem is a chairman and managing director. The following Saturday, the group's chief executive officer, Shahan Azad, and other senior officials of the group were arrested as well. Prior to his arrest, Hashem told the media that workers' carelessness was most likely the blame for the cause of the fire, something like a lit cigarette being thrown out or something of that like. The blaze originated supposedly on the ground floor, but there's many differing accounts. The majority lean towards the ground floor, however, so that's what I'm going with for the sake of this video. A lot of the employees were trapped on the 3rd floor, which every floor supposedly could be reached, according to the fire official, by 2 different stairways. But as it happened, the reason why the owner and his sons are being charged with murder is because a few of the doors were padlocked or just plain locked, with the factory in operation, trapping a lot of people inside. That being said, the 3rd floor had 2 stairways that could go to the roof. A few people did escape to the roof, but the others used the other staircase, I suppose, and found that the door was locked on that side and were trapped. Once people figured out they were trapped, a lot of them jumped from windows, and that because they thought that is their only way to escape the flames. The fire was fueled by the chemicals and plastic stored inside the factory, and it burned for almost 24 hours before the fire force was able to get it under control and put out. Of course, this led to those who lost their lives in the fire being almost unrecognizable, which means that the police are now taking DNA testing to identify them. Among the victims, which there was around 51 or 52, they revised it to 51 because a DNA test confirmed that recovered remains that were thought to be 2 corpses were part of the same body. A few of the victims and survivors were including children. The Bangladesh labor minister was even quoted as saying she had visited a hospital and spoken to survivors of the incident who were as young as 14 years old. 3 of the 51 people killed died after jumping off of the windows, and the child survivors, as well as a possible 2 children victims that have been reported, has opened a child labor charge that will be added to Abul and his children's sentencing, because obviously you don't want to have children working in a place like that. The youngest I've seen people mention is an employee being as young as 11 years old, and they haven't found the body or even any indication of them being there. Another one was around 14, 15, like the survivors. And a lot of people assume that the missing people have been killed, rightfully so, due to the severity of the fire, I suppose. The survivors and family of the children working there have been quoted as saying that any child workers were being paid around 20 taka, which is 24 cents in United States currency, and I'll put other currencies up on the screen now, per hour. This, of course, rose government critics to say that safety standards are still pretty relaxed in the Bangladesh area, despite reforms being promised after a disaster in 2013 in Rana Plaza, which totaled in the loss of life for 1,100 people, as well as a different case of a fire in a place where they stored chemicals illegally, which killed around 700 people, if memory serves correctly. And that's as far as my notes go. We're still awaiting sentencing, and I don't think I'll make an update video on that. I just figured that people should know and try and keep an eye out on this case for themselves. You'll probably see the sentencing if you choose to do so. So yeah, that's the end of this video. If you'd like more horribly tragic events, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.